Welcome to Digital Toolbox. We just got done chamfering our edges, and now we're going to do the tie joints, these little circles that you'll see in poured form concrete walls. So just starting off from the last tutorial, I went back and just took my chamfered wall and then created a box where I wanted those joints to be. And then now I'll just select both of them and Boolean union them. So now they are one solid object. And then I'll just take from one corner to the other when I want to copy. So I'll just copy this one and then place it on that one. And then I can do that as many times as I need. And then you can see that that joint in there. And that's what our walls are going to look like. So now we do have that joint, and that reveal is kind of nice, but we also want the tie joints that are created when they pour the concrete. So to do that, we'll go into one of the front view of our geometry, and we're going to create a kind of a grid of construction lines because we want these circles to be in the right place for all of them. So I'll just take one line and go from one end to the other, and that'll give me a curve at the very top. And that curve I'll divide into inch or foot long segments. So this is a 48-inch piece, so I'll divide it into 4 segments. Same with the full 12-foot one, so I'll draw a 12-inch polyline, or a 12-foot polyline, sorry. So here's that curve, and it's 12 feet, so I'll divide that, and then number of segments I'll put in is 12. And now you can see that I have a whole bunch of points that reserve those foot increments on this piece for me. So I'm going to go and put in a point. The first one we're going to do is 1 foot down and then 1 foot in. So from that point, I'll hover on the point a little for a second and get the those helper lines to come out. Sometimes you can hold down Control, and that'll do the same thing. So here's one point in, and then the intersection of that we'll put down our point. So that's the right location. Now we're going to create that tie. So we'll have to boolean out that area. Under solid, we'll go to the T-cone, or truncated cone, and we'll say the base is right on that point. The radius of the base will be how large it is on the outside. So it's a full inch, but the radius is going to be 0.5 over 12. And then end of truncated cone means how deep it is, and that'll be 0.75 over 12 because it's 3/4 of an inch deep. And then the radius at the top, or that even smaller area, it's a full ½ inch wide, so we'll do 0.25 over 12. And there you can see it. We'll go back out to this size, and you can see that that's what that tiny little tie joint is going to look like. And then we'll copy that and then boolean that out of our entire panel. So back in this view, take both the point and the geometry. We'll copy it from center point to its intersection down here. And you can refer back to the image we gave of what this concrete panel actually looks like. But there's they only poured 4 feet at a time, so then they have these ties in a 4-foot module, and then one tie 1 foot in both directions for each module. So then I'll just copy that from point to point. So there'll be 3 copies of that, and that's what it eventually looks like. So before I boolean them out, I can select all of those and then copy those once, and then I'll toggle back to the top view, and they're all on this side, so I'll just copy to the other side. I'm going to have to move these and flip one of them. So I'll move one, and I'll just move that from, we want it to be in the outside one, so try not to disalign it. And then the same goes to these ones. We can mirror them first. And then we'll delete the old ones. And then the same move command goes for these as well. So there you can see in plane, and we can go back and just delete those construction guides that we made. And then in perspective, you'll see here we have all of those points on each side in the right place. Now we'll just difference them out of our full panel geometry. So I can select all of these and group them. And now I can go down to the Boolean tools and do a difference. So select the first set of poly surfaces. It'll just be our join panel. Press enter. And then our second set, which we just grouped, press enter. And that should have done it. So there you can see our tie joint, and you can go back and delete those these points that we created. It's kind of construction points. And that's it. That's our single panel that we'll copy and put into place.